In this world, is the destiny of mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law? Is it like the hand of God hovering above? At least it is true that man has no control, even over his own will. Epic gamers, welcome to a Berserk TCG opening. So, during the early 2000s, Konami actually made a Berserk trading card game. And this game lasted from 2003 until 2005. So it actually predates the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure card game that I also collect with a few years. And I recently kind of got into it because these cards are really beautiful. They also feature artwork by Kentaro Miura, the creator of Berserk, and either by colored manga panels or paintings done by him. Even some of the manga covers were made into cards with these. So I got these off of eBay relatively cheap. And these are Toys R Us limited editions, and they came with a Guts, the Black Swordsman figure, and a Black Swordsman deck. And of course we have the Griffith figure with the Hawk Soldiers deck. So this is a Griffith pre-Eclipse basically deck. So I actually got a few of these cards earlier. Before I got these decks, but I took 4 of these to actually show you. So I bought 10 foil cards, and this actually shows you the 4 different color codes on the cards. You have black cards, which are the apostles or other supernatural creatures. This is, like, for example, this is the apostle form of Rosine. We have the white cards, which are either Band of the Hawk cards, like Younger Guts or Griffith right there. There are also white cards that feature the Holy Iron Chain Knights. So I'm not sure if white is exclusive to the Band of the Hawk, but I guess white is the good guys, I guess. I'm not really sure. Then you have the green cards, which are the Black Swordsman cards. So these cards feature stuff like Puck, Guts, Shirke, as you can see here, Serpico, and Farnese. And then last but not least, of course, you have the red cards. Very dark red, actually. And the dark red cards are the cards for the new Band of the Hawk, or the Neo Band of the Hawk. So they feature Griffith after he is reborn. They feature Grunbelt, Locus, and Sonia, Lord Mule, and some of the other apostles working for Griffith, like Zod also. So yeah, those are the 4 color alliances, I guess, in this game. And from what I have read, this game focuses on capturing cities, and each game starts with 5 cities. And if you manage to capture 3 of the 5, you with your deck, you win the game. But that's basically all I know. If you look here, you can see that the cards have a range, a move, and a power and HP. And there are character cards and effect cards in this game. And as you can see, this is a Band of the Hawk deck and a Black Swordsman deck, right? White and green. So these decks were already opened when I got them. I knew that. But everything in there is still intact. So let's take a look at the contents of the Toys R Us Berserk decks. So first up, we have the Griffith figure that comes with the Hawk Soldiers deck. I'm not going to open these. I think I'll keep these sealed and safe in the plastic. But I basically bought these for the cards. But the figures are pretty nice additions as well. These decks and figures came out in 2004, really old. And here is the deck, and I don't think there's anything in this. So we have the deck of cards, which is 45 cards, which is actually kind of a lot. And we have a strategy sheet. So this talks about how to use the Griffith deck. Now, for the Hawk Soldiers deck, this is actually very tight on the cards. So the rarity symbols on these cards are actually at the top right in the shield, and you have a gold shield, which is a rare. You have bronze and silver. Bronze is common, silver is uncommon, and there are a few that are red, which are super rares, I believe, but I don't have any of those. So we have a rare Griffith. Then we have a bronze soldiers card. So these are very abundant in the deck. I'm guessing these are the cards you start to play with. They're like the weak monsters before you can get to your Griffiths or Guts. So there are quite a lot of these, as you can see. So that's that. Then we have an uncommon, which features Griffith and the other members of the Band of the Hawk charging to battle, which there are three of. I'm gonna kind of sort these by rarity at the bottom. Then we have another rare Griffith card. Very cool. Then we have a Guts 2 actually, a 3 actually. Also a rare, so we get quite a lot of rares. Then we have a Casca, also a rare, and also a few of her. And these cards have a golden border. All the Toys R Us exclusive cards have a golden border. Like the cards I showed before opening these, they had black borders. So they're from regular booster packs. So we have Judo, Pippin. So quite a few of these same ones. Let's see, this is a common, so that goes there. Yes, then we have Rickert, 3 of those, that's also a common. Then we have an effect card featuring Young Guts. We have this card with Griffith and some of his soldiers behind him. Just 2 of those, and that's a uncommon. Then we have this card. So we already got through the most interesting ones, I wanted to say, but here's another rare Griffith. So there are quite a few Griffith cards actually, which I kind of like. Yeah, we have Griffith again, so another rare. And then we have a common featuring Guts on his horse. But it's an effect card, so I have no idea what the name of this card is. So that was a common, yeah, that goes over there. And then we have 3 cards which are very similar to that Guts card, with Griffith on its horse, which is also a effect card, and a uncommon. So those were that was the Griffith deck. Let's take a look at that Black Swordsman deck, shall we? Before we actually take a look at the Black Swordsman deck, as you can see on the back, it shows a Judo and a Casca card, which actually weren't inside of the deck, which is kind of weird, because also on the internet, if you look up deck lists for these decks, these 2 cards are nowhere on those lists. So I was always wondering why these were shown on the back while they weren't actually included. Same goes for the Black Swordsman deck. I believe that artwork of Serpico isn't included in this deck, but we'll see. So first up we have the Guts figure. I guess they're kind of good quality for what they are. He looks a little derpy though, but that's no problem, I do too sometimes. Guts, the Black Swordsman. So here's the Black Swordsman deck, and of course one of those strategy guides. I wonder if Google can translate these properly, but it's basically the same as the Griffith one, showing you what you can do with the deck, I guess, and the contents of the deck. So let's take a look at these gold bordered bad boys. All right, so that band around the card was even tighter than the one on the Hawk deck, but here we go. We have Guts, one of the coolest cards that's in these sets. Basically, the reason why I wanted this was because I didn't have a card of post-eclipse Guts yet. So that's one of our rares, so we put that in the middle. Then just with the Hawk deck, we have one of these common army cards, which is probably the cheap card to get out early in the game. So those were some commons. Another common is the Golem, protecting Flora's house. So that was another common. Then we have another rare of Guts, which is an amazing looking card featuring one of the manga covers, actually. Really cool looking card. Also one of my favorites in these decks. So that was also rare. Another rare Guts card. Really cool. Then we have a card of Casca, which is also a rare. We got 2 of those. Then we got some cards of Farnese. 3 of those, actually. Very nice. Then we have a Serpico card with Guts and Isidro practicing sword fighting in the background, which is really fun, and Puck in the foreground down there. So we have 3 of this one, yeah. Then we have also a very cool card. We have Shirke as a rare, which also features Puck and Isidro. And at the moment of recording this, I forgot the name of the Ivalera, of course, yeah. So Puck, Ivalera, and Isidro in the background. Really cool artwork, actually. And also multiples of these, also 3 of them. Really cool. So a lot of rares in this one. Is it more rares than the previous deck? I don't actually know. We have Isidro himself with a Puck on his head. So we have 3 of those. Then we have a common Puck, actually. I thought he would be a rare too, but nope. So we have 2 of those. So we put that with the commons. And then we have our first uncommon, which is one of Shirke's spells to stop the trolls, as you can see, which is also really cool and dark illustration. Really like it. 3 of those. That was the uncommon, yeah. So we put that there. Then we have the Enchanted Weapons for Serpico, the sword and the cape with the wind sylphs. And these are also, yeah, they're both uncommons. Okay, so they go there. Then we have another rare Guts. Really cool. So Guts' cards are actually pretty powerful. Power and HP 7. And then our last 3 cards are, let's see, uncommons featuring Guts. It says in the name a 3. I have no idea what these cards say, sadly. I would have loved to translate them for you, but I have no idea myself. I don't speak Japanese, sadly, but still, very nice artwork on these cards. So for a little recap, we have the commons of the Hawk Soldier deck with the common soldier cards. Then after that we have the uncommons. So I'm actually really fond of these cards. They're very high quality and sturdy. The foil cards look a bit better than just these non-foil versions. But still they're very, very nice looking. I love the artwork, but same as with the JoJo cards I collect, the artwork is stunning. So that were the Hawk Soldier cards. And so we take another look at the Black Swordsman deck. At the commons we have the Puck and the Golem and the Army card. So I believe the Black Swordsman deck had way more uncommons and rares than the Hawk Soldiers deck. So these are the uncommons for the Black Swordsman deck. This one too. And then we have the rares featuring Guts, Isidro, Shirke, Serpico, Farnese, Casca, and 3 more Guts cards, which are amazing. I really like the dark green border of these cards, and the gold border actually does look really nice. So as you can tell, I'm kind of fond of these cards, just like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure trading card game. But just like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure trading card game. These are also very hard to find. I really hope I can make more videos about these in the future, but they're like really rare, pretty pricey, especially as singles. I mean, these cards are actually way cheaper to get as complete decks as just these singles. I believe this, if you would want to buy this loose Griffith card from this deck, you would actually spend like $50. But I hope I can find more of these, and I guess I'll see you later, hopefully, with more Berserk TCG cards by Konami. See you guys later.